Speeds, A speeds, camera set.
All right, there we go. This particular scam started with an email from Warren Buffett promising a gift or donation or some kind of inheritance bullshit of, what was it, $12.5 million. Warren Buffett, or a representative of Warren Buffett, said you need to reach out to this banker contact, the Royal Bank of Scotland, to collect the money. This guy said,
go to Western Union,
send $100,
and there is a receiver on the other end.
Somebody in Dallas, Texas.
There is a real person gonna receive money that we're gonna send. And we did it. We sent that money.
Again, it had all those red flags of like, okay, this is stupid. But the more we uncovered with the scam, the more we started realizing that this isn't stupid at all. This is all done by design. We have a case. If for some reason the cops are called, I can show them the whole thing.
Let them think that they scam us, and to do that, let's give them money.
You want to go to Texas?
In a heartbeat. We have a scammer, we have a person, we have a name, we have an address.
We doing this?
Yeah, of course we're doing this.
How long is the flight from LA to Dallas?
So we booked fucking tickets, and we flew our asses to Texas.
Gonna have a good muffin before scam busting.
Oh yeah.
I can't even process it, but we're going to Texas tonight.
Yeah.
So
When is your flight?
I don't know.
Didn't even listen to music in my car. Me.
Why?
Because I was so stressed out.
We go to Texas, we go outside of his house, and follow him.
Brother's gonna wish my back. There's always danger involved, but you don't think about that.
Yeah.
Who is that person behind that door?
Look what we just found in the fucking console.
Don't get your fingerprints on that shit.
There are a lot of scammers here in the United States right now. Some of them are in our neighborhood. They are everywhere.
Colorful bastards.
What? I'm pretty nervous. Pretty fucking scared. Watch out for this. There is a real person with a real state ID going to a Western Union to pick up stolen money as soon as I'm ready to send it. That hit us hard.
You never know who's behind the door or who's across the hall or who's wherever.
Nobody, unless you police, unless you FBI or law enforcement, nobody knock on the door of criminals and start putting like fists and cameras in their faces.
I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? Do we dump it in the garbage? Do we wrap it in a trash bag? Do we throw it in the creek?
We're gonna knock on the door and we're gonna get that guy and we're gonna go to police and, report that ass.
All of a sudden, just like, wait! Holy shit! Well, my brain is going 10,000 miles an hour. No idea what goes on up here. It's a fucking war zone.
I actually thought something was wrong because Art never calls me. He was like, dude, we're going to Texas. And I was like, fuck.
If police has to be called, we're gonna fucking call police.
If there's ever a time when you should feel like a guilty criminal even when you're not, it's when you're wiping fingerprints off of a gun. That changed everything.
This is something that I feel like I'm alive again.
It like answered questions, but then it created like 1,000 more questions.
Oh, what is next, baby?
What the fuck? What is going on?
I'm absolutely no clue what's going on.
Beyond confused, we just don't even know how to proceed.
How can you go on somebody else's property in different state, in different city, knock on the door and accuse of doing something?
The house we were watching was very quiet, but many houses around were not.
Obviously, when your friend is waving a gun around in the car, you get a little surprised.
Let's talk about Fraud Hunters.
Yes.
Malice in Dallas, a mini limited series that is going to focus on the 2 trips we've taken to Dallas for this very one particular scam bait that originally was just going to be a YouTube video and has now turned into a freaking gigantic, crazy project after we unraveled everything that we've unraveled. This was originally just going to be a YouTube video, which I hate to say just a YouTube video, because a lot of work goes into those, but now that so much has happened, this has turned into something so much more earth-shattering that can actually make a significant impact on like a network, whether that's Netflix or Hulu or whatever it is. We don't know yet, but we are packaging this as a documentary series with our new manager now that has connections all up the ass. That's going to help us package this. We want to submit it to film festivals. We want to submit it to networks. We want to sell it as a limited series.
But before we're gonna submit, we need to present every single package has to be presented right. You cannot go to network and shot on cell phone and say like, hey, put it on Netflix.
It's not just something that I'm gonna be able to sit down and edit in 1 week and then post it. This has to be packaged a much different way. We need a team of editors. We need a sound designer. We
post-production.
We need color correction. We'll probably have to hire John again to shoot more interviews. A lot of work is going to go into making this a professional network show.
Yeah.
And we need help. We need help with the time. We need help with the work. We need help with the things that I'm not good at, which is going to be like all the real technical aspects of making a TV show as far as color correction. And we need help. We don't ask for help for Trilogy projects very often. We only do it when it's really important, and we really feel like this is going to do something huge for Trilogy and for everyone involved. So...
And not even saying... It must be presented to publics. It must be presented to Netflix. And the stuff that we uncover, the genius scam that been ongoing for so many years and so many decades, and stuff that we unopen, the stuff that we dig so much, and that's why we shifted from putting this on YouTube and going public on a higher level, because this is insanity. This is like money heist. This is something when you watch robbery, like rob a bank or rob a art gallery, when you see like Ocean 11s, right? When they pre-season walk through every single possible scenario. This is what happened to us. The stuff that we opening on our documentary, the stuff that's gonna be open, is mind-blowing how these criminals taking people money and how many people it's a web of web.
But not only that, the show is gonna follow us as we are discovering all of these things without planning to do that. Like we went into this again as it just being like a YouTube video, and going into this series, you're gonna see that. You're gonna see how we approached it as like, okay, we got a scam, we have a scam bait.
Yeah.
Let's see how much
Let's
we can
investigate.
Let's investigate it, waste his time, see what we can unveil, and then it got to a point where it's like, oh, that's new. Let's take a look at that. Holy shit, that's new. Let's take a look at that. Holy shit, we have to travel. And then it unraveled itself.
You get that organic onion, and you peel that onion, and the more you peel, the more layers comes, and you're like, when it's gonna end?
Well, it's like you got a can of like food, thinking it's a can of corn, and you opened it, and it turns out it's a fucking confetti bomb. Like, that's what happened.
We documentary junkies, we watch a lot of documentaries, and you can see mini-series, you like documentary living a new life, and stuff that haven't been exposed, we have it.
It's fucking mind-blowing.
And I mentioned before, everything that I was expected, everything that I had, my vision, everything that I thought like, that's what's gonna happen. That's my prediction. Trashed. Ashton prediction, put it in the trash. Grizzly prediction, put it in the trash. The more we open, the more we were blown away by unpredictability. Crazy stuff. I haven't seen anything like that on any network, not Hulu, not Amazon, not a different network, not on HBO, none of them I haven't seen anything. And it has to be there. We need help. We need to finish. We need to package right. We need to go to film festivals, submit 2 million film festivals, and go and show the world.
In all honesty and seriousness, like, as far as just running a business and what we do here at Trilogy, when we got to the point of like, okay, we're either going to cut this off now because there's nothing else we can do with the budget for a YouTube video, or we're going to take the risk and go to Dallas and see what else we can uncover about this. That is not just a time risk, but a financial risk. It's not cheap to book last-minute travel and hotels and everything for 3 people, not to mention twice that we did that. So we took a risk early on, hoping that this would become something more than a YouTube video, because if it were only going to be a YouTube video, we never would have gone, because it just doesn't make financial sense. This channel doesn't survive enough on ad revenue to be able to make a living just on video posts. We're taking a risk for the greater picture of Trilogy to invest and travel and do that, and that's just the first step. Now that that's done,
we took Trilogy money. Ashton put some stuff on his credit card. I put some stuff on my credit card. We split all the expenses to make these to go deeper and continue. Like,
we took the risk, we got it done. It did end up being way more crazy than we expected, and so now we need to finish what we started and make this into what it can be. And we are so fucking excited for it, because it is one of the most unpredictable sequence of events I've ever experienced. You cannot even
write. Like you said,
I set up this, like Tarantino, right? If I were to set up this story and give it to 25 writers, none of them would write what actually happened. No one would predict it. It's fucking crazy.
This story has to be public. This story has to be told. And this story, I don't care if we're gonna have like 3 people who believe in the same dream, 3 people, 1 person, doesn't matter. We're gonna do whatever it takes. I already told Ashton, I was like, Ashton, give me fucking trailer. I'm gonna go start reaching out people that I know that has any connection in film industry, because this must be seen by millions of people, because this scam been active decades. People falling over. It's like when you do something bad and you get away with a murder over and over and over again. And that's what, when we saw it, when we saw how deep is this scam, how deep is this web of criminals playing these puppet games and controlling and still not being charged by law. This is freaking crazy. This is absolutely freaking insane. It pisses me off that person been doing that for so long and he's still proudly doing it. Just changing his scenarios, just changing the tactics. Oh man.
Don't give anything away.
Okay. Again, in 5 years we ask for help once, and this is second time.